Thank you for your interest in Streamingteacher for the classroom. Here are some basic tips and ideas for creating Mastercam college classes with Streamingteacher. Streamingteacher is a reference-based learning platform with no regard to determining proficiency. We have found that for most professional users, they are more interested in getting their answers through self-paced, searchable training content. Our system is completely developed by Mastercam professionals with many years of real-world experience. The Streamingteacher content library is organized first by the Mastercam version, then by the product, next by the lesson groups, then by the individual lessons which are a part of that group. Each lesson has its own page with the video, any necessary downloads related to the lesson, such as Mastercam files and PDFs, and a notes section where the student can jot down notes while watching that lesson. Our keyword search tool is extremely fast. Each lesson is carefully keyworded to make it easier to find lessons that contain topics that you are looking for to add to your own lesson plans. When you access your account, it takes you to your dashboard. The dashboard offers statistics that tells you the number of videos you watched, the total amount of content watched, last login, and the number of lessons and presentations completed. A free account on Streamingteacher was designed to cover the basics. It covers roughly the first 2 semesters in a community college Mastercam class. It is approximately 130 lessons. A pro account is more than 450 lessons, and it is ever expanding. It contains more advanced lessons and long-form videos we refer to as presentations. A team account consists of 2 or more pro accounts, with an administrator who handles the monthly subscriptions. The account admin can view the progress of each sub-account. Keep in mind that this only works when the subscriptions are being purchased for the students by the administrator. As your students progress, say into their 2nd or 3rd semester or beyond, this is where they should upgrade their free account to a pro account. This will open up all of the lessons all the way to multi-axis, lathe with mill, and the pro presentations. Here are some tips on how to utilize Streamingteacher in the classroom. We recommend that as an educator that you have full access to Streamingteacher Pro. As an educator, this will help you keep up with all the latest enhancements to Mastercam. Have your first-term students sign up for a free account. Let them know that they can also log in from home or anywhere, even on their smartphones or tablets. They can download the Mastercam Home Learning Edition, HLE, and install it wherever they would like. But when running Mastercam HLE, just like Mastercam itself, they will need a PC that meets minimum system requirements. Please view the System Requirements page on Mastercam's website for more information. Next, have the students start off with these 4 lesson groups. This will provide them with a step-by-step creation of CAD and Basic CAM. It is roughly 3 hours of runtime for these 4 groups. That translates into roughly 13.5 hours of study time. They should have a pretty good feel for the general workflow in the Mastercam environment and a sense of accomplishment for the final CAD work and CAM part program. After this, it's time for the instructor to step in and take control. As the instructor, you can guide your students through this in a variety of ways that suit your style of teaching. You can take any of the sample Streamingteacher parts and create projects based around those parts. Locate the complete lessons for the toolpaths and CAD features that they need, and then issue a simple worksheet that has direct links to the lessons needed. So, if a project you set up for your students requires them to learn linking parameters, you can provide them with a direct link to those specific lessons. That is very easy to do by copying the browser link, and it'll look something like this. Another tip. You can create your own Adobe PDF lesson plan with clickable links that will take your students directly to the video pages. Let the students know that they must already be logged into their Streamingteacher account before clicking on the links. This will give you the freedom to take control of guiding your students the way that you would like. Every instructor has their own style and preference for their classes. With Streamingteacher, you're in full control of that. We appreciate what you do as educators, and we know that your students do as well. Sharing our knowledge is one of the greatest things that we can do at Streamingteacher. We really look forward to your feedback on how our system works for your classes. Your feedback helps us continue to develop the very best Mastercam training available. Thank you for choosing Streamingteacher for your supplementary Mastercam teaching material. And if you have any questions, feel free to email our support team at support@streamingteacher.com.